Hi, thank you. I'm actually not talking about derivatives, but rather more on-ramps and mainstream adoption. So maybe there's a mix-up in the speakers. So hi everyone, I'm Nimrod Lehavi. I'm a co-founder and CEO of Simplex. I'll just give a kind of a brief history about myself. I started my way in crypto, I think it was around 2011. I think like many of the people who started interacting with the ecosystem back then, it was a lot of technical interest, some part ideology, looking for alternative financial systems, more transparent, more inclusive, something that will hit that will be able to touch more lives and more people. And Simplex main task from day one was enabling more users to touch the crypto space, to make crypto more accessible to everyone, to make it simple, basically, to make it super simple for people to buy. When I initially wanted to buy Bitcoin, it took me something like a year before I was actually able to get my hands on some Bitcoin. Back then, credit cards weren't even an option. It was considered the holy grail for a long time. So we started working in 2013. We started the company officially in 2014, which makes us one of the veteran companies in the space. We started providing the service in December 2014. And today we are serving hundreds of partners, exchanges, wallets, outlets, enabling them to serve millions of users globally, all around the world, and enabling them to pay billions of dollars, millions of dollars a day in new money into the crypto ecosystem. I think that, specifically today, after we all broke the new all-time high, finally, the 20K psychological barrier, I think it's clear to everyone who's outside of the crypto space or whoever is newer to the crypto space that it's happening. So everything we've worked on for almost a decade it's going to happen. It's no longer something that just a few geeks are talking about. And in order for the crypto ecosystem to be a multi-trillion-dollar ecosystem as it should and as it would be, one of the major challenges is easy on-ramps. As part of it, it's always easy off-ramps as well. I think that in order for mainstream users, both private users and corporations, to actually take part in the ecosystem, they need to know that it's as easy to get out as it is to get in. They want to know it's easy to liquidate, easy to interact with the fiat ecosystem, with the banks. Currently, it's still not exactly the case. But in order for this ecosystem to grow from the current half a trillion dollars, a bit more now with the all-time high, to tens or hundreds of trillions of dollars, one of the major things is on-ramps. So I think the opportunity here is huge, and the work here is huge. And what we're doing, the fact that we chose from the get-go to serve the entire industry rather than try and hog users to ourselves, we're a platform enabling other companies to access the users or enable users access to the market. We are providing predominantly credit card, Visa and MasterCard, fully safe payment trails. We've recently added SEPA, so Europeans are able to wire money in much larger amounts. We are also adding, in a few weeks, we'll be adding SWIFT, so users globally will be able to wire and make purchases via wire, both on-ramps and off-ramps. We're also working on adding additional credit cards, UnionPay, JCB, Yandex. We're also adding ACH transactions within the US. I think that one of the major features that we are able to provide right now is banking, providing with the users of our partners with a very friendly, crypto-friendly banking. You're able to open a bank account, everyone except American citizens for the time being until we're completing our licensing efforts in the US. So everybody's able to open a bank account with us. It's a fully functional bank account with your IBAN, international bank account number. You're able to open it, you're able to use it, you're able to make purchases through it, you're able to sell crypto through it. Again, unlimited amounts. Well, once you've completed the onboarding of the account, the transactions are very cheap and almost immediate. So I think this is something which is pretty big for the ecosystem. Also, our partners are able to connect to it with an API. So basically, you're able to view your fiat balance from within your favorite wallet or exchange. As long as they integrated these features, you're able to see. So as I started saying, when you're processing credit cards, there are risks that come with the territory. Credit card fraud is a huge issue in every ecosystem, and even more so in an ecosystem such as ours, where if someone is committing fraud with a credit card, he's basically not losing anything, he's just gaining the crypto that he stole. That's why Simplex, since day one, we're putting our money where our mouth is. We are underwriting a transaction, and if we enabled it, we are 100% behind it. So if it ends up in a chargeback, we keep you whole, meaning that you're never in loss. I think it's a super important feature for this ecosystem specifically. We're going to continue providing these payment trails and other payment rails in as immediate format as possible and as safe and secure format as possible to everyone. So both the user and the exchange or wallet or whoever is selling is always safe and secure. As said, we're also adding additional payment methods for multiple jurisdictions, again, trying to provide them in the fastest way possible. So when we are handling wire transfers, we're trying to find the fastest way possible that we're able to add them. We're trying to make it as global as possible. So we're trying to find different solution, more localized to different jurisdictions. We're working on some very large, very underserved jurisdictions right now. And again, the banking feature at its core is enabling users globally to open a bank account, wire money to it in whatever format they prefer, and then use the money from that account, and vice versa, sell crypto into that account, and later on wire the money from that account to the regular account. A very important aspect of this feature is the fact that it's an IBAN on your name. As whoever tried to move money around from a crypto exchange or a crypto company to his personal account, whoever tried that has noticed that the bank has some issues with that. Banks are very risk averse. They're afraid of crypto transactions. But when you're making a transaction from another account on your name, the flags are different. So the banks are less worried. They assume correctly that we have performed the proper AML and proper KYC on the money in your bank account. Hence, they're less worried and more likely to complete this transaction. Another important part is issuing debit cards. We've recently became a principal member of the Visa network, which enables us issuing debit cards to our partners' users. So if you are one of our partners, you're able to start issuing debit cards with your branding powered by Simplex to your users. Your users will need to have opened a bank account with Simplex, and then they're able to interact with this bank account through their issued debit card, globally usable. Very interesting also on the branding side. So our mission has always been and still is to just enable anyone anywhere to buy anything, any digital asset that they want in any format possible. I think that over the past 7-8 years that we've been operating, we've succeeded quite a lot in creating this this move in making the purchases of crypto something which is less agonizing, something which is more accessible. I think that now with PayPal stepping into the market, it's a super interesting influence on the market. I think it's a great step towards more adoption, but there are about 9 billion people around the world. PayPal serves hundreds of millions. It's only the beginning. Our intention is to make it accessible to everyone, everywhere, in any format that they see fit, and enable them to buy whichever digital asset that they see fit. We take great pride in the fact that we are ourselves enabling millions of dollars in new money into crypto on a daily basis. It's something that we're very proud of, and we're even more proud because we're taking care of the fact that it's all super clean, regulated, free of dangerous assets. So every dollar that is going through Simplex is filtered, scrutinized, and we make sure that we enable the good players more and more, and we don't let the bad players get in. I think it's super important for us to grow a safe ecosystem to work in, especially as more and more mainstream users are stepping in. Super important for us to make it a safer environment for everyone. I think that we are, as the market leader in on-ramps and off-ramps, I think we have a great responsibility in setting the standards of what should be the quality of the service, what should be the level of the service, what type of services make sense to the users, and whatnot. So that's it. I'm happy to share this information about Simplex, even more happy to do so on the day of the new all-time high. Just proving my point of making it easier to access just brings more users bring more usability to crypto and makes all of us happier. Thank you.